Good afternoon, everyone. Past ice ages apparently happened due to increasing Antarctic sea ice. Ross ice shelf freezing, not melting, blew our minds. The sun, still no sunspots. 11,000 scientists, emergency petition. Well, there's a bunch of fake names, like Mickey Mouse, for example. So give us all your money. Let's reframe climate change. Maybe not. I would hold your cash because your food prices are going to increase. Look at the farm fields across America. And with talk of trade wars and the Fed lowering rates, talks of stock markets crashing across the global economy, contractions everywhere you look, isn't it time to consider gold or silver? Patriot Gold Group is Consumer Affairs' top-rated gold and silver IRA dealer. At Patriot, you work directly with an owner and avoid paying absurd broker fees. Call today to request a free investment kit below. Mention ADAPT 2030 and get a free 1-ounce silver coin just for answering a 3-minute survey. Call 1-800-778-4156 for more information or click the link in the description box below. Patriot Gold Group, free gold and silver IRA investment guides. Interesting article here. Past ice ages apparently happened because of increasing Antarctic sea ice. Now it's interesting they note that previous increases in sea ice levels may have changed the circulation of the ocean. So now with this said, and the IPCC goes on with carbon dioxide being able to change so much, even though it's only 0.04% in our atmosphere, I wonder if 0.04% of increasing Antarctic ice would have the same effect, because who knows? Or it could be something much more massive, like the oceans itself outgassing CO2 or absorbing CO2. Now, most interesting for me, the next paragraph continues the most normal explanation that there was a change in the way carbon was divided between ocean and atmosphere, but they have no idea. They're just guessing at this point. But what I did find really interesting was the use of mini ice age right in the text there. Again, is this predictive pre-programming? This article just came out November 1st, and here they are using the lexicon, mini ice age. And also this article here off climatism, Ross ice shelf freezing, not melting, it blew our minds. So now wrap that in with the previous article there talking about increasing Antarctic sea ice driving climate change to possibly cool a planet. And here we are, increasing sea ice. Now taking a look here at the southern hemisphere sea ice area, big orange arrow there. We were told Antarctica was melting into infinitum, that sea levels were going to rise. Yet you notice here, 2014, 13, and 12 were the first, second, and third highest amount of sea ice extent. I think that somehow missed our news feeds about 5 years ago, but I'll bring it back to you because I know how stories are buried, but let's dust this one off, resurface the info. And also antarcticglaciers.org. This article written in 2015, Increasing Antarctic Sea Ice. And I like the graphic that they included here, so I'm going to widen this out so we can see it a little more succinctly. But the 2009 to 12, you notice that band, both low and high season. And now we continue marching right into today where they're showing glacial gain on Antarctica. So where does that leave us? I don't know. It's more about framing the climate change debate and give us all your money. But I think we're going to need our money because perhaps our food prices will increase because agriculture across the planet seems to be struggling this year. And you know that wildly reported 11,000 scientists signed a petition for a climate emergency. Well, it's now found out that there's an enormous amount of fake names on this petition. And I love the one signatory there, bottom, Mickey Mouse. And also Harry Potter headmaster, Albus Dumbledore, also had to be removed off the list from the Alliance of World Scientists Declaration of Climate Emergency. So now this has taken a full-on scrub effect here where not a few names have been removed. Now it's hundreds because there's a lot of focus on this where people are actually backtracking every single signatory on this list. And then magically hundreds disappear before they can get caught red-handed fibbing the information. And I do enjoy the graphic going along with the article here. Professor Mike Mouse signs the petition declaring a climate emergency, as well as the cast from Harry Potter. It can only get stranger. It is magic with our climate how much of an emergency it is. Well, staying with straight science again, well, more astronomy. Still no sunspots on our sun. Continuing into the ultra low, that is going to bring us back, if it lasts 30 more days with no sunspots, into the lowest solar activity in 200 years. This will be interesting when we surpass that. How the media is going to try to spin the lowest solar activity in 200 years into cooling Earth temperatures, crop losses, but they're still going to try to blame you with CO2 and make you pay a global tax. I want to see that unfold. You should too. Because when we look at aerial photos of Midwest crop fields covered in snow the last week of October, we should be asking ourselves, do you think they can harvest in the snow? And how much is that going to drive up our food price? I also added a full canning and food storage section here inside my Amazon portal. I encourage you to jump in there. You notice coming to the holiday season, a lot of gift ideas for yourselves and things that can help you prepare and get ready for storing food, which you can buy cheaply right now, for a later date when you know it's going to increase in price. Also food production in the Grand Solar Minimum, all about raising animals, long-term food storage, full-on how do you can meats, fruits, vegetables, and everything in between, and a full reading list on the electric universe in the Grand Solar Minimum. Thanks for watching. Hope you got something out of the video. That link to the Amazon store is in the description box below, and I'll see you next time.